I'm Nick Snow, watching Government for Oil and Gas Journal in Washington, D.C. On one hand, a January 16th and 17th exchange of letters between leaders of 18 national environmental organizations and the Obama administration before the President's State of the Union address simply may have been political posturing before 2014's real work begins. On the other hand, it could have been a timely reminder of where the White House stands on climate and energy. Chief executives from the Sierra Club, Environmental Defense Fund, and 16 other groups applauded actions President Obama already has taken to reduce carbon emissions across the economy in a January 16th letter to the White House. They cited commitments he made last June when he announced his climate action plan, quote, to take bold action to reduce carbon pollution, end quote, and, quote, lead the world in a coordinated assault on climate change, end quote, and promised to continue working with him to achieve these goals. The group also noted that Obama mentioned in that speech he had already put forward an all-of-the-above energy strategy, while noting the U.S. simply can't drill its way out of its energy and climate challenge. We understand the U.S. cannot immediately end its use of fossil fuels, and we also appreciate the advantages of being more energy independent, the letter continued. But an all-of-the-above approach that places virtually no limits on whether, when, where, or how fossil fuels are extracted ignores the impacts of carbon-intense fuels and is wrong for America's future. The environmental leaders said the administration will make key energy development decisions in the coming months on the proposed Keystone XL crude oil pipeline's cross-border permit, hydraulic fracturing on public lands, offshore drilling in the U.S. Arctic, and other major projects and activities. We urge you to make climate impacts and emission increases critical considerations in each of these decisions, they said. The White House responded quickly. John D. Podesta, one of Obama's senior advisors, reminded the group that the administration has made significant progress the past 7 months in implementing the president's climate action plan, but still must fight efforts in Congress against it. Then he expressed surprise that the environmental leaders even bothered to send their letter. The president has been leading the transition to low-carbon energy sources and understands the need to consider a balanced approach to all forms of energy development, including oil and gas production, Podesta told them. Implementing the climate plan will continue to be the focus of the administration efforts, and advice from environmental groups will continue to be welcome, he added. How the administration actually tries to do all this will be widely discussed in coming months. Further clues have come since, most recently on February 19th, when U.S. Energy Secretary Ernest J. Moniz reiterated in an address at the National Press Club that the Obama administration is pursuing an all-of-the-above energy policy. And then he quickly added that its main goal is reducing carbon and other emissions to address problems associated with global climate change. That's Watching Government for this week. In Washington, I'm Nick Snow for Oil and Gas Journal.